I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode of the DC vs. Marvel series. Now, don't forget, the first fights have already been resolved. We have Namor vs. Aquaman, with Aquaman winning, Flash vs. Quicksilver, with Flash winning, and Shazam vs. Thor, with Thor winning. That means that DC is ahead by 2, and Marvel is only sitting at 1 as of the time of this point in the storyline. Now, don't forget, this particular episode is brought to you by Comicstorian. It's one of the other channels that I run. Over there, we bring you various anime discussions and manga comic books brought to you in the same dramatic fashion. We just needed to plug it once in a while, and I would love it if you guys would go subscribe if you also enjoy manga and anime. The link to it will be down below, and let's go ahead and move forward with today's episode, which is properly titled Superman vs. Hulk. Over in a jungle, Jubilee is sitting on a rock writing away. Dear Diary, been a while, huh? Sorry I haven't written, so I'll tell you the truth, things have been kinda crappy. Well, to tell you the truth, things have been way crappy. Like, the whole universe is coming to an end crazy. Where do I start? Okay, this is what I know. This is our universe, right? And then there's this other one, kind of like ours, but different? Yeah, major revelations, right? Especially the heroes, because they're trying to keep total chaos from breaking out. The reason I know this now is because the two universes starting to merge. People, buildings, everything crossing from one side to another. Naturally, everyone freaks. The thing is, nobody can figure out what's going on. Not even the big deal brains like Miss Frost or Professor Xavier. I mean, everybody wants to know why this is happening. Maybe we should even ask. I still don't even understand what I know, but here it is. There are two gods, and they're the embodiment of everything in their universe. A little tough to grasp, I know. Anyway, they both forgot the other one existed, and once they noticed, they each wanted to be unique. So they decided to find out whose universe was better, and they decided to pick champions, including your favorite pyrokinetic mutant. Once it's all over, one universe is going to get erased. It already started. Thor beat Shazam, Namor lost to Aquaman, and Quicksilver couldn't outrun the Flash. As of right now, we're losing 2-1. Tim Drake Robin walks over and places his hand on Jubilee's shoulder, telling her it's time to get going. She tells him that she's gonna wrap up, and she closes the diary. I hope this isn't the end, diary, but if it is, then it's been fun. Love, Jubilee. They teleport into a giant tour room, and Robin looks at her. This is it, I guess. I wish you all the luck, Jubilee, but you know. Yeah, I know, Robin. She leans in, giving him a kiss, surprising him. Whatever happens, happens. Let's get this over with. And she throws the fireworks at Robin as he leaps over them. She keeps flinging them as she tells herself, this almost doesn't seem fair. You have no powers. And Robin keeps jumping over the moves. Who says I need them? And he vanishes into the darkness above them, leaving Jubilee to question where he went. She looks around. I know I can beat you if I just find you. And then she sees his cape. Except as she's looking that way, he leaps in from behind because he threw his cape as a distraction. He ties her up, completely immobilizing her as per the rules. She falls over. Can't even! This is unbelievable! And Robin lands asking, is that too tight? She tells him, you know, I'm just shocked I didn't even land one punch. And then she looks into his eyes. You are planning on untying me, right, handsome? And Robin smiles back. When you put it that way, the winner is Robin. Out in deep space, the Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, is sitting on a massive construct, preparing for his battle. Man, I really don't want to do this. And the Silver Surfer comes soaring in. Nor is it to my liking, Green Lantern, but this combat between us is necessary. In the past, you and I have preserved our two universes by acting together. Now we must save one by battling each other. As Kyle launches his missiles at the Silver Surfer, he soars past him, throwing Kyle off of his construct. The entities that we face, Green Lantern, they are more powerful than Galactus. And as the Surfer comes in to blast the Green Lantern, he pulls up a construct shield to catch the blast. And then he forms a full suit of armor around himself as he rides a giant metal dragon. I'm just saying I don't like this Silver Surfer, but I'll try everything I can to win. As they charge at each other, Surfer tells him, as will I. They collide in a burst of power cosmic in the Green Lantern's light, and then the Surfer lands over the fallen Kyle Rayner as he is unconscious on the board. The winner is the Silver Surfer. Over in Gotham, Elektra walks towards Catwoman. First blood to you, Catwoman. And Catwoman throws her whip around. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm not a hero, so why was I picked to be a champion? As Elektra runs in, flinging her size, Catwoman dodges, telling her, and forgive me, but you don't seem like the hero type either, Elektra. Catwoman throws her whip around, grabbing Elektra's arm, but Elektra throws the entire thing, chucking Catwoman off of the building. As she's holding on, she can't help but notice, Elektra is a strong little thing, isn't she? Elektra then cuts the whip, dropping Catwoman from the building and into a pile of sand, knocking her out. The winner is Elektra. Meanwhile, back in Metropolis, Peter Parker is talking to Lois, and he decides, I'm gonna ask her out on a date. And as he does, Clark walks over telling Peter that she's engaged to me. Peter gets up embarrassed and he walks into the dark room to develop some film. But as he's wallowing in his own mistakes, as per usual for Peter Parker, the bright light hits him and he's warped away. Meanwhile, all the way in the alleyway, with the box that started all of this, the man with the hat looks at the other mysterious man telling him, "You are the key! You are Axel Asher, and the answer lies within you." The hidden power awakens inside of Axel, and the suit is teleported onto him. You are a shard of the two brothers, Axel. Like I am. We are the keepers of the two universes. You are the next keeper as my time is almost up. That's why you keep coming back to this spot. You now have to become the hero, known as Access. It now falls to you to keep the balance between the two universes. Yeah, but how? Meanwhile, over in a seedy bar, Wolverine jumps on Lobo as Lobo calls him out. "You bastard! You call yourself Wolverine? Coming into one of my hangouts for this bra was your last mistake." Wolverine jumps on him. "This dump? I ain't here by choice, Lobo. Probably can't even get a decent brew." Lobo buries his hook into Wolverine's chest. And Wolverine looks at it shocked, and then he grabs it, yanking it out of his own chest, telling Lobo, "Did anyone mention to you that I'm a mutant? Got this healing factor that lets me take a lot of punishment, almost as much as I can dish out." And he grits his teeth and he leaps back in. He begins swiping over and over, almost like he's shouting out, "Swiss cheese!" until they fall behind the bar. Then a single glove reaches up, and Wolverine grabs a cigar out of the ashtray, taking a puff. The winner is Wolverine. Off in a city far from that location, Wonder Woman is hovering in the sky, amazed at this newfound power that she has been granted by simply touching the hammer of Thor. But from behind her, Storm arrives telling her she is Storm, and she was teleported here to fight against Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman looks at her. "I fear that you have no hope in winning while I wield this hammer." "Perhaps, but I will not yield." So Wonder Woman looks at the hammer, and she drops it. Because while she could gain an easy victory with it, such a battle would not be fair for an Amazon. They leap in to begin their battle as Wonder Woman tells Storm that even though they fight as intended, the victory will still be hers. Storm begins to summon up a large thunderstorm, and Wonder Woman grabs her by the leg. "You'll need more than a bad storm to beat me." And she kicks Storm in the head. In response, Storm hits her with endless lightning over and over until eventually Wonder Woman passes out. She falls to the ground and Storm swoops in, picking her up so she doesn't hit it hard. The winner is Storm! Over in Greenwich Village, Superboy is getting webs in his eyes. No fair! He tears it off looking around. "All right, Spider-Man, where did you go?" Spider-Man is behind him, calling him out. "Superboy, over here. If you can't even find me, we're going to be going at this all day." Furious, Superboy flies over, using his tactile telekinesis on the water tower that Spider-Man is hiding on. "I'm gonna find you, bug boy!" Whoa, that's a neat trick. So what are you, Superman's second cousin? I'm a clone. Try to grasp the concept. Spider-Man, hot off the clone saga, snaps to the term. "A clone?" "Yeah, a clone. Hope you don't have a problem getting your butt kicked by one." As Superboy jumps up to Spider-Man, he kicks him in the jaw with a double heel kick. "If there's any kicking going on, Junior, it's gonna be my foot in your face." Spider-Man jumps down to fight more, but then he sees that Superboy is missing. "Where are you? The sneaking is supposed to be my gag." Superboy then charges out of the floor, throwing Spider-Man. Superboy then charges at Spider-Man with an electrical box behind him. Spider-Man gets up and he fires his impact webbing at Superboy, and it hits him up, wrapping him in a net, causing him to crash into the electrical box. Superboy falls unconscious, causing the winner to be Spider-Man. Meanwhile, over in Metropolis, Superman lands to find the Hulk crushing Metallo. "I guess you're the Superman that this metal freak has been talking about." "I am, and you're called the Hulk?" "Actually, I prefer Dr. Banner, or Bruce." Metallo gets up. "I'm going to kill both of you!" They combo punch him in the face, taking him down, and then the bright light appears, grabbing them both. And poof! They find themselves at the Grand Canyon to prevent any harm from coming to civilians. The Hulk, of course, opens up by punching Superman. He crashes through the mountains around them and he gets up furious. With a punch like that, it's pretty obvious that a full blast of heat vision won't be fatal, but I doubt even you can withstand it completely. Superman fires his heat vision at full blast into the Hulk, and the Hulk raises his hands into the air. I can withstand a lot. And he brings them both down into a double hammer smash, throwing Superman off. They both charge in swinging, and the ground around them is throwing shards and rocks around at the sheer impact of Superman versus Hulk. Back and forth they go until Superman's had enough. I prefer to call you a friend, Hulk, but for the sake of everything, I don't think I can. So to save my world, my universe, and most of all the woman I love, I have to put you down. Superman throws everything into a punch so hard that it throws Hulk into a nearby mountain, knocking him out. The winner is Superman. Deep down in the sewers of New York, Batman is kicking Captain America in the face. Cap hits Batman with the shield, throwing him into a wall. So Batman grabs a pipe, kicking Captain America back. They both debate who is stronger and how they should be fighting side by side, not against each other. And Batman throws a punch, but Captain America dodges and returns with one harder. Batman and Cap are both breathing heavy and exhausted. We've been at this for hours. We could battle for days and not have a winner until one of us drops from exhaustion. We should be looking for another option. We weren't given a choice. We have to fight until someone goes down. Billions upon billions of lives hinge on these battles. We should be trying to find a way to circumvent this, stop the cosmic beings from wiping out one universe or the other. How? If there's no outcome, the entities might well destroy both universes. I know you weren't around then, but in the 40s I became Captain America to save the world from the greatest threat it had ever known. That's still what I'm trying to do. We're like rats in a maze, Batman. We have to follow this through to the end. One of the reasons that I became Batman was to protect innocence. I suppose that this is no different. Alright then. May the best man, and at that moment the sewer system is getting flushed out, separating our heroes. It throws Captain America off and he misses with his shield, and then he's flushed out of the system with water pouring all over him. Batman leaps in to save him and he pulls him out of the water, and together they climb out of the sewers and into the alleyway. As they get out together, Cap tells Batman, "Thank you." And Batman says, "I may have doomed the entire universe." But that's when they find something else, a possible answer to this whole conflict. The glowing box. The man in the hat tells Axis to do it! Do what I told you! So Axis reaches out, touching both Captain America and Batman. A massive bright light beams into the skies as the man in the hat shouts, "It's happening! It's happening!" And with that, Axis did the one thing to save the universes that no one thought of before. From this day forward, the universes of Marvel and DC will be merged and become one singular universe. There will no longer be two brothers, but one individual. Welcome to the Amalgam Universe! And that concludes DC vs. Marvel, Episode 2. Now we're going to be bringing you the conclusion next time, which is the introduction of the Amalgam Universe. All of your favorite superheroes merged into ones and twos and threes. My math doesn't work here, but don't forget this episode was brought to you by one of our other projects, Comicstorian. If you enjoyed manga and anime, go check out our channel. Join us over there, subscribe to it. We would greatly appreciate it. And we're going to bring you the next episode, probably tomorrow or the day after, I'm not quite sure. If you want to see episode 1, check it out right here. If you want to check out something recommended to you by YouTube itself, go check out right here. And you can subscribe to our channel at any point with a nice little button down below. And if you're curious about next time on the last episode, that's that Darkseid versus Thanos fight.